Hi, Aaron. I can absolutely help you with some of these, sir. Let me take a screenshot of this and then we'll get at her. So, what we have to do here, we got to basically simplify this, right? Let's get rid of the brackets and do all that stuff out. So what we have to do first is we have to go after what's in the brackets here. What's in the brackets so far is 9k plus negative 9k. So we can think of that as 9k minus 9k, which really equals 0. So there's nothing in the brackets. That leaves us with 1 over 6 times 6m plus nothing, right? We don't care about that 0. Now, the question you're having, I suspect, is what do we do here with fractions? A couple different ways we can think about fractions. The first way is to think of this term as a fraction. So we have 1 times 6m, which would equal 6m. And then we just do the same on the bottom. That would be over 6. Then we could reduce this little fraction here. Anything divided by itself, 6 divided by 6 equals 1. So we're just left with m. That's probably going to be our final answer. A slicker way, let me just rewrite this 6m a little bit. A slicker way to think about this is we can look in the diagonals. We know that there's a fraction line here. Every number we could think of it as a fraction. So look in the diagonal. If we have the same number on top anywhere, except for adding and subtracting, like here we're just multiplying, we can just simply wipe that off. It's gone. We're left with 1 times m, which is just m. So it's all going to simplify like that, buddy. So just start working in the brackets. Work your way out, and when you have these little fractions, just look in the diagonal and see if you can divide anything off first. It's really going to help you. And in fact, so I hope that answers your question. Point of geekery now. When we're thinking about things like 2/3 times 9, for example, we can really do division first or multiplication. It doesn't matter. Remember, we got to follow BEDMAS, right? BEDMAS. So there's no brackets, there's no exponents. Division and multiplication come together. So here it really doesn't matter. We can multiply, then divide, or we can divide, then multiply, right? So that's kind of a unique situation. So here, I would look in the diagonal and I would say, what's 9 divided by 3? Well, that simplifies to 3. So that's 1, and that becomes a 3. Now it's just 2 times 3, which equals 6. We don't count the 1. You could write it if you want to, but it's really just 6. Okay, so always look in the diagonal and see if you can reduce first, then multiply. It just saves you an extra step. So I hope that helps, buddy. Let me know if it doesn't. Keep up the great work.